Welcome back to your live continuing coverage of Toy Fair 2016 on BeTerrific. I'm Michael Artsis. You're the Terrifics. Thanks so much for joining us here at the Jacob K. Javits Center in New York City at BeTerrific TV on all social media. Hit us up on email. We love your positive feedback. Keep it coming. Connect at BeTerrific.com. And if you want to join our Slack chat, also send us an email. Connect at BeTerrific.com. You, us, and the Terrifics in 24-hour real-time conversation. Let us know in the subject line you want to join our Slack chat. We'll send you an invite, and you can join our Slack chat. It's a lot of fun. We're broadcasting live on BeTerrific.com and, of course, on ToyFairNY.com, as well as a lot of other syndication partners. Wherever you're watching, thank you so much. I've got Kevin here from the Original Toy Company, and these toys are amazing. They're called What's It? What's It? Kevin, these are just fun toys. I think they get you physical, they can be something that gets your mind thinking, but they can also get your mind to relax, and I like that a lot. Tell me a little bit about What's It?
Absolutely, it's a great product. It goes from infant up to 99 years plus, and it's a product that is a fidget toy that we're very proud of, and we've had all kinds of acclaims and awards from it. And what we've been able to do is take the original product, which is the What's It here, and now have the What's It building, the What's It car. We have the What's It Cube. We have a number of offshoots that we've been able to develop, and it's just great, systematic. It's great for special needs, and it's also great as a fidget toy.
Wow. Very cool. I like this. So it starts with the block, which you can just do all sorts of fun
All
stuff
kinds
with.
of thousands of positions.
Yeah, you just fidget.
And it's all elastic constructed, all made of hardwood, and just endless possibilities what you can do with it.
Are there any rules?
No rules at all. That's what
No
makes
rules.
it great. You can
like that.
freelance all you want.
All right, so then I built that. My son Jack would call that a tower, so I
There
like
you
that.
go.
And I guess that's what you do with the building, but
Yeah,
this is...
all kinds of different shapes.
Yeah. So how'd you guys think of this idea?
Well, it's funny. We came up with it a few years back and had a concept where we were just simply playing around with some toys that we already had manufactured. And we said, let's come up with a concept where it would be a manipulative toy and it would be small. It would be a great counter type display in specialty toy stores across America and Canada, and now it's in Europe also. So it was just some general thought from my wife and I, Susan McGrath, who we formed the company, and the rest is history. It's just done incredibly
Isn't
well.
that pretty amazing? You guys are able to form a company, come up with an idea, form a company, and make a product. I mean, I'm just fidgeting. I could fidget all day with this stuff.
Exactly.
In fact, I might have to keep the whole box here on set, in my office, everywhere. This is cool. And so how did you decide, okay, we've done this and we want to make buildings and cars, and I mean, I wonder if you could make a bridge with this. You could have like, gotta figure this out. All right, wait, hold on. Don't let me interrupt the interview.
That's okay.
What do you think of the toy industry in general? Where do you think it's going? Where do you think, STEM and all this stuff? What do you make of it?
It's a great question. I mean, we're here in the middle of Toy Fair in New York, and it's very vibrant, and you have a lot of things that are going on in the industry, a lot of consolidation that's going on. You also have an aspect of companies that are just trying to get their foot in the door, and the specialty business, which we're part of and very proud to be, is a unique business. There is, the other side of the toy business, which is the mass market side, and then you have the specialty side. And the specialty side brings more goods and product to the front of people in America and Canada. And they're constantly looking for different type of unique things. And I think that's one of the great things that specialty does.
I think it's very cool. I like specialty toys a lot. I think there was a thought a few years ago that specialty toys might kind of go away because of the big box stores and the way that they run. And the fact that toy stores, smaller individual toy stores find it harder and harder, and then a lot of things going high tech and everything. Right. You say, well, maybe it's harder to do this, but I think there's kind of a resurgence. Is that true?
You know what? I think that there was talk about that a few years ago when the big boxes and all that were driving a number of mom and pops, around the corner out of business. But they have come back, and they've come back even stronger, I believe. And I think that the type of products that we're seeing here today, and you're seeing in Toy Fair in general, specialty does a great job of bringing those products forward, and it doesn't get lost on a shelf. It doesn't get lost in a big box.
Yeah.
And when you go into a specialty toy store today, there's service, there's attitude, and people want that type of business. So I think that the mom and pop brick and mortar is here to stay, and I think it's got a long way to go.
I think service is coming back. I think
Huge.
that's the key. It's
Huge.
really important. So how did you get into doing this? I mean, I know that you came up with the idea and everything, but were you making toys before?
We've always been in the toy business. I've been in the business myself for about almost 29 years, and always been on the specialty side. So we're proud of that, and constantly just trying to generate a new type of products and new activities for people. And we love selling within the specialty trade and to the specialty market.
What was your favorite toy growing up?
My favorite toy probably, somebody asked me this a couple weeks ago, was one of the first toys we developed was a baby walker. So I've had, real closeness to that type of product, real traditional type.
But I mean,
things.
growing up when you were a kid.
Oh, probably great was probably Matchbox toys, the old,
Yeah.
the old metal type Matchbox.
Sure. You know, I heard that some of the Hot Wheels are worth a lot of money.
Oh,
today.
huge.
We saw
huge.
one yesterday, right across from the Schleich booth, on display with the play tape people.
Yeah.
And that is worth, they said, $150,000.
I don't
the
doubt it.
rarest
It's incredible.
Hot Wheels car.
Yeah, it's incredible.
amazing.
I mean, yeah, you go back 20, 30 years ago and you played with it, you stuck it in the drawer, and it was always a keepsake. Those keepsakes are paying dividends today.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just like, there was Corgi, there was Hot Wheels, and
Right.
there was Mattel,
Right.
and then there was Matchbox. And Matchbox was my favorite.
Yeah, yeah.
But I really liked the Hot Wheels when I was a kid too,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they had a lot of flair.
Exactly.
It's very, very cool. And then, what have you seen here that's really impressed you?
I think that there's always that back to basics type of stuff.
Yeah.
That we're living in a high tech world, but there is still that requirement for real back to basic things. And I think there's a number of companies that are exhibiting here throughout the fair that have a number of unique and things that are very basic, not electronics.
Yeah.
And look, don't get me wrong, there's nothing with no problem with the electronics.
We love it.
But I think that we have to have some back to basics, building blocks, things like that. That's where it starts. It starts with the manipulative
But
aspect.
Is this something that could have been built 20 years ago?
I think so. Yeah,
You do.
Yeah, I do.
You do.
I think that it's we kid about it. It's not brain surgery, but it's just the aspect of keeping somebody occupied.
Because I feel like there had to be
imagination.
some tech that went into this. Like you had to maybe do a CAD drawing, or maybe before the tech that's out there with 3D printing or something, it would have been too costly for
Right.
you and your wife to be able to start this up. I mean,
Correct.
I don't know. I feel like there's some tech that makes this doable today that made it kind of prohibitive 20 years ago, which is why maybe
Yep.
somebody else didn't kind of come up with
Right.
it. I mean,
It could be.
You
It
know,
could
I
be.
don't know.
Yeah, and it's got the construction of it. It's got endless possibilities. If you wanted to add electronics to it eventually, that's always there.
How did you do it? Did you just take wood blocks and carve them?
We literally started with wood blocks that were slightly bigger than what we ultimately ended up with. And then we came up with the concept, right, how do we put them together? And then how could you take multi-pieces and put those
So
together?
there was
And
no
that's where the
CAD
elastic-
drawings or anything like
No.
that?
Oh,
All
it was-
by hand.
It was all on the
So I'm totally
kitchen
wrong.
table, so to speak.
What about, you talked about how back to basics, but what about the trends, I think, maybe, and I don't want to lead you on this, do you notice that there's a trend for more physical play, whether it's doing this or playing with sports in some way or doing something I feel like we see a lot of physical play here at Toy Fair this year.
I think that's a true statement. I think that it's tending to go towards the physical aspect and not just where children are going to be sitting home and staying in the den or staying in the family room and not doing anything. So I think that's a true statement, and I think that from the physical aspect, there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's great, and I think that that's where we need to go. So it's very positive.
How long did it take you to get from this idea to, actually making
Finished product?
Yeah, to finish
Not
product.
long. We probably, in the whole process, it probably was 100 days,
Yeah.
roughly.
Can you fidget with it? I want to see.
Sure.
Like
Yeah, I
how
mean,
you do it, or if you just do it.
Again, you have the ability to go into cubes. Then you can go into a square. You can make it bigger. So there's a square for you.
Yeah.
Again, like you were doing, we did with the buildings. Again,
Well,
you can go into a
stack 'em onto
cube.
each other.
Yep.
Very cool. You have a lot of other cool products at your booth, don't you?
We do. Yeah. We carry and manufacture about 255 products.
255 products.
Right,
That's
right.
very impressive.
Yeah. Thank you.
Would
Thank
it be
you.
okay if we came by your booth maybe tomorrow? And
Absolutely.
checked
Love to
it
have
out?
you. Love to have you.
Maybe tomorrow or Tuesday we'll figure it out.
That'd be
We'll
great.
come by and show everybody some of the other stuff you
That'd
have.
be great.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah. Love to have
All
you.
right, we'll make that happen. Kevin, thank you so much. How'd you come up with the name, the Original Toy Company? That sounds like such a great, like
You know, it's one of those things you think about for days and days and days, and say, look at, we're original thinkers, we're original people. Let's just make it, keep it easy.
I feel like it should have an EST 1852 next to it.
Not that old, but
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like, when you see it, you're like,
hopefully
wow,
I'll be around to see that.
This is called What's It, and the Original Toy Company. And what's the website? The original
www.theoriginaltoycompany.com. All
That's what I was
spelled
going
out.
to say. Yeah, theoriginaltoycompany.com.
Yep.
I love it. Thank you so much.
My
Great to
pleasure.
have
Thank
on.
you.
Thank you guys for watching. You are the Terrifics. You make BeTerrific special. What's it? It's exactly right. What's it? I don't know. It's it. Check it out. Theoriginaltoycompany.com. We'll be back with a whole lot more. Your live continuing coverage of Toy Fair 2016 from the Jacob K. Javits Center in New York City right after this. Don't go anywhere.